Alright guys, the September issue of CoroCoro magazine has already begun leaking, and it's been leaking overnight, and sorry if I seem a bit tired. It's just after 7 in the morning, and I just woke up about 15 minutes ago, so I haven't really gotten time to get myself together, so sorry if I seem a little bit tired, but let's go ahead and get straight into this information, some of which is actually really important for you guys, especially in terms of the starter evolutions, but enough about that. Let's go ahead and get straight into this. So, here in this scan, the guy on the left, the plasma guy with the eyepiece, his name is Gichisu, and he has been seen in the various game trailers for Black and White. The second town is named Garuka Town, and this is where you will meet him. The mysterious trainer N has the dark type cat, which was also seen in the Pokemon Black and White pre-special commercial, and he has the dark type cat, who is named Koroniko. So whether or not Gichisu is the leader of Team Plasma or Team N, or whether or not they're just an executive or an admin, has yet to be seen, so it's just pure speculation as to which one of them is which in the game. I mean, I would think that N is the leader, but this guy also looks like he could be the leader. So we'll just have to see what happens. So let's go to the next scan. And now right here, in the next scan, you will see 3 different elemental monkeys. The first one we already knew about, as previously stated before, the Pokemon that Dento has, that's named Yanapu, and it's the grass monkey Pokemon. Well, and it was said that there were other elemental monkeys. Well, here they are. The one right below Yanapu is called Boapu. It's the fire high temperature Pokemon, and it's Gluttony. It knows a new move called Flame Burst, which damages nearby opponents. And then the one below it is Hiapu, and it's the Water Wave Splash Pokemon, and it knows a new move called Boiling Water, which is a water type but can burn. So water that actually does a fire status. That's interesting right there. And then right below Hiapu is Imonga, the electric flying squirrel Pokemon. It has a new attack called Eleki Ball that increases in damage depending on your speed in comparison to the opponent's speed. And right to the right on the scan, one of Victini's new attacks is named Flame Sphere, and it inflicts burn. It hits all Pokemon on the field, including your own. So this scan was pretty interesting, and these 3 elemental monkeys you'll see really one of the main differences for those 3 as we progress in the scans. And here in this scan, we have a few Pokemon to tell you about. The one at the top is called Bucero. It's the violent Pokemon. It's a water type, and its ability is either Reckless or Adaptability. And it has 2 forms as shown in the scan, which is also the one right below it. In the form you encounter depends upon the version you have. So I'm figuring if you've got Black, Pokemon Black, you will get the one at the top, and then the one right below it if you've got Pokemon White. So that's pretty interesting about that form. I mean, we got lots of different exclusives between both versions, whereas I thought it was just wild Pokemon differences and such. Okay, the Pokemon right below it is called Yorteri. It's the puppy Pokemon. It's a normal type, and its abilities are either Vital Spirit or Pickup. Based on a Yorkie, it has a new attack called Cheer Up, which raises its attack and special attack. I really like that Pokemon. I mean, a puppy Pokemon. I mean, besides Growlithe and Arcanine, I mean, we got another puppy Pokemon. So, hey, that's good to all you puppy lovers out there that are into the show. And then the one right below it, as we've already mentioned, is called Koroniko, who is the Bad Cat Pokemon. It's a dark type, and its abilities are either Limber or Acrobatic. The Acrobatic ability is not to be confused with Yanapu's Acrobat attack, and N owns this Pokemon. So this is a Pokemon to expect out of the mysterious trainer N whenever you face him. Now, going to the right side of the scan, now this Pokemon was already revealed before, but it's called Disukan. It's the coffin Pokemon. It's a ghost type, and it's obviously a mummy, or its ability is mummy. That's strange for it to have mummy, even though it is a mummy. When attacked, the attacking Pokemon's ability is turned into mummy as well. The Japanese for the ability sounds like mirror, so it's a pun because the ability keeps reflecting. So I mean, it's an interesting Pokemon. I mean, it looks like a Koffig. I mean, or Coffin, not Koffig. But, I mean, it seems okay, but I don't really exactly care for it that much. The one below it, I think, is one of my favorite, like, probably, I don't know, maybe my second favorite Pokemon, is, Dinchura. It's the electric spider Pokemon. It's a bug electric type, and its abilities are either Compound Eyes or Tension. Its Tension ability prevents the opponent's Pokemon from eating berries. So that can be pretty useful as well, in getting, its ability to play out. The one at the top, I forgot to mention, is actually the one I really like, not the spider Pokemon, but this one is called Ono Kusu. It's the one right below the coffin Pokemon. It's the Chinhorn Pokemon. It's a dragon type, and its two abilities are either Rivalry or Mold Breaker. It has a new attack called Dragon Tail, but we can't make out the effect of what it does. It has something to do with the opponent's next turn, but it might force them to switch, like Roar and Whirlwind. So, I mean, that could be pretty useful as well, but I don't really care for the effects of Roar and Whirlwind, considering, I mean, all it does is make them get out of there. But sometimes it can be useful to use those kind of moves. And then going down to the last one, this one was already revealed as well. This one is called Tamagitake. It's the mushroom Pokemon, and it's grass and poison type, and its ability is Effect Sport. And it's got a Pokeball mushroom on its head, so since it looks like a Pokeball, it surprises his opponents. And that's where his Tamaj name comes from. It comes from surprise, which is Tamaguru. That means to surprise, in the Voltorb of this region. So, I mean, this seems really, really cool. Alright, you guys, now the next page has partly something to do with the starters. So, you're going to see Sudaja's second starter evolution in this scan, so brace yourself, although it's partly what you've seen before, but this practically confirms what was only a rumor. Alright, so now in this scan, you guys will obviously see the three starter evolutions over on the right side. That is their second evolution forms. So the one for Pokeboo, some of you guys didn't really care for that one, but well, now these are confirmed. So let's go ahead and get straight into them. Now, the one at the top on the right, the second grass starter evolution, is called Genyopi. And it's the grass Pokemon, it's the grass snake Pokemon, and its ability is Overgrow. I like this one, really, out of the three of the second Evos. I mean, I just like it. It seems really, really cool. The one below it is called Chobu. It is Pokeboo's second evolution. It's a fire fighting type, and it's the Fire Pig Pokemon. Its ability is Blaze. And then the one below it is called Futachimaru. It's Mijimaru's second evolution. It's a water type and the meditation Pokemon, and its ability is Torrent. And I have to go with Sudaja's second evolution. I mean, I really like how that Pokemon looks. I'm not really crazy about Pokeboo's second evolution, and the one on the bottom, Mijimaru's evolution, I'm not really particularly crazy about as well. And this obviously confirms that the final evolutions of these three are confirmed as well. So, yeah, for some of you guys that that didn't see them, you can actually go see this video, because I kind of want to get this video finished. So if you want to go see it, the annotations will pop up somewhere on the screen. Now, in terms of Reshiram and Zekrom, Reshiram's signature attack is called Crossfire, while Zekrom's is Cross Thunder. And apparently when one Pokemon is hit by the other's attacks, the other signature's attack becomes more powerful. And these were also seen in a commercial last week. So, Crossfire and Cross Thunder. That's a pretty cool attack. I like that name for that attack. But I think the starter evos for this scan are probably the most important out of this whole Koro issue, was getting to see the starters as evolutions. So let's go ahead and go over to the final scan. Or actually, no, this isn't the final scan, but I'm just getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Okay, now, the most important out of this scan right here is obviously the fact of these 3 gym leaders over here. Now, you can see the one with water, grass, and fire, especially because of their hair color. Now, all 3 of those are not gym leaders in an individual gym. They are the same person of the gym leader, but the gym leader that you will face in the first gym will depend upon the starter you pick. Dento is the grass, Pato is the fire, and Kon is the water. They are the Sanyu City gym leaders. As stated in the previous post, the gym specializes in both grass, fire, and water. Depending on the starter Pokemon you choose, you will face the gym leader of that type that is stronger than you, like when you battle your rival in previous games, and they will use their elemental monkeys and possibly other Pokemon of their type. So therefore, this is like the first time I believe that this has ever happened, that especially of a gym leader, it's different depending on the starter Pokemon you pick. So this is really interesting for the series. The magazine is saying to use Chalbu, Pokeboo's second evolution, against Aloe, because she is part fighting and it has super effective attacks against her normal types. So apparently Pokeboo is obviously the way to go, it seems, but you know, you decide. But this will determine which one of these 3 you will face in the starting game. So therefore, if you pick Mijimaru, you will face Dento. If you pick Sudaja, you will face Pato. And if you pick the other one, then you will face Water. If you get Pokeboo, then you will get the Kon, who uses water types. And now let's go into the final 2 scans here. Okay, now in this scan we have the main menu. It has Continue, Mystery Gift, Battle Tournament, which is for battling friends, Game Sync for the Dream World, and Wi-Fi settings, mic test, and the Transfer Machine. In order to transfer Pokemon from 4th generation games, you have to go over to Hoenn City and tell a character the following keywords: everyone, happy, easy, communication. This will activate the transfer machine, which will appear on the main menu. You can then use the DS download play to connect to your Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver games on another DS. After you select the Pokemon you want to transfer over, then you play the Pokeshifter minigame and recapture the Pokemon, which are then wirelessly transferred over to Pokemon Black and White. Excuse me there. And on the left, once you grab your Movie 13 Celebi copy, you can go to a building in Hoenn City and obtain Zora. There is only one in the game, so make sure that you be careful about that. After you get one of your Movie 13 shiny beasts, you can then battle and capture Zoroark in a place called Lost Forest. And since we are running out of time, let's go ahead and quickly pop over to the last scan. Alright guys, so in this final scan, in the Dream World, which you play on your PC, you will encounter wild Pokemon on Dream Island. The different Pokemon are in different areas, such as like Aerodactyl in the sky, and Lotad or Magikarp and Ponge. You can then capture these non-issue Pokemon and transfer them over to your game when you're done. So, all of these scans seems just awesome sets of the game. The evolutions, the starter evolutions. What do you guys think? And leave your comment below. Like to know what you guys think about all of this leak that has happened, and I will keep you posted on any new information. So thank you guys for listening, and Aurora Virus signing out till next time.